Once upon a time, in a quaint little town nestled among rolling hills, there lived a young girl named Emily. Emily was a shy, thoughtful child who often felt out of place in the bustling world around her. She preferred the company of books and the quiet rustle of leaves in the woods near her home. Little did she know, her life was about to change forever. One chilly autumn morning, her parents called her into the living room, their faces brimming with excitement. They stood behind a wicker basket, inside of which was a tiny golden retriever puppy. His fur was like spun sunlight, and his wide, innocent eyes sparkled like the morning sun. "Happy birthday, Emily," her mother said, her voice filled with warmth. Emily gasped, her hands covering her mouth in disbelief. The puppy tumbled out of the basket, wagging his tail furiously, and ran straight to her. His soft, golden fur brushed against her fingers as she knelt down to meet him. She felt her heart swell with a kind of joy she had never known before. "I'll call him Max," she whispered, her voice trembling with happiness. From the moment their eyes met, an unspoken bond formed between them. It wasn't just the kind of bond shared between a pet and an owner, it was deeper, almost magical. Max seemed to understand Emily in a way no one else ever had. When she felt lonely, he would nuzzle her hand, his tail wagging as if to say, "You're not alone." The pair became inseparable. Max brought out a side of Emily she didn't know existed, a playful, adventurous spirit. Together, they explored the woods behind her house, where dappled sunlight danced on the forest floor. They splashed in the creek, laughing or barking as water droplets sparkled like diamonds in the air. On warm summer evenings, they chased fireflies that lit up the night like tiny lanterns. Emily would sit on a mossy rock, her favorite book in hand, and read aloud to Max. He would rest his head on her lap, his ears twitching at the sound of her voice as if the stories were meant for him alone. As the years passed, Max grew from a clumsy puppy into a strong, loyal companion. He was there for every significant moment in Emily's life. He sat by her feet as she struggled with math homework, his soft snores oddly comforting. He watched her nervously rehearse lines for the school play, his wagging tail a silent but enthusiastic cheerleader. And when her first heartbreak came, his warm presence and gentle nuzzles helped soothe her tears. But time, as it always does, marched on. One summer evening, when Emily was in her late teens, she noticed that Max no longer ran to greet her with the same boundless energy. His golden fur had begun to gray around his muzzle, and his steps were slower, less sure. The veterinarian's words confirmed what Emily had been dreading. Max was aging, and their time together was growing short. Emily's heart ached at the thought of losing her best friend. She resolved to make every remaining moment special. She took Max on short, leisurely walks, savoring every step. She cooked his favorite meals and held him close during sunsets, their favorite time of day. Then, one crisp autumn morning, as golden leaves fell like confetti outside, Emily woke to find Max lying peacefully at the foot of her bed. His chest rose and fell slowly, his breath shallow but calm. She knelt beside him, her fingers trembling as they cradled his head. "Thank you, Max," she whispered, her voice breaking, "for everything, for being my best friend, my guardian, my joy." Max's eyes, though clouded with age, still held the same love and trust they had the day they met. With a soft sigh, he closed his eyes. His tail gave one final wag, as if to say, "You were my whole world, too." Emily held him close, her tears soaking his golden fur as the first rays of dawn filtered through the window. Though her heart was heavy with grief, she felt a profound sense of gratitude. Max had given her a gift few ever experience, a love so pure it left an everlasting mark. Years later, Emily, now an accomplished writer, published her first book. The dedication read, "To Max, my first and truest friend, you taught me the meaning of unconditional love, and your memory will forever light my way." The story of Emily and Max touched the hearts of everyone who read it. It was more than just a tale about a girl and her dog. It was a testament to the kind of love that shapes a life, leaving behind a legacy that transcends time. And so Max's spirit lived on, not just in Emily's heart, but in the hearts of all who believed in the timeless magic of unconditional love. Forever loved, never forgotten, She would whisper to the wind, feeling him in every golden sunrise and every gentle breeze. Years turned into decades, but Emily never forgot Max. His memory was woven into every corner of her life, like a soft, golden thread that made everything brighter. She carried him in her heart, not with sorrow, but with gratitude for the love they shared. One bright spring morning, as Emily walked through the woods with her own children, telling them stories of Max, her first and greatest companion, a butterfly landed gently on her shoulder. Its wings shimmered with a golden hue, and Emily felt a warmth that seemed to echo from the past. She smiled, her eyes misting with happy tears. "Hello, Max," she whispered softly, feeling his presence in the sunlight filtering through the trees, in the laughter of her children, and in the endless love that had shaped her life. And so the bond between Emily and Max didn't end. It blossomed into something eternal, a quiet, comforting reminder that love, once given, never truly fades. It stays forever a part of the heart, whispering, "You are never alone, for I am always with you." In the sweetest corners of her soul, Max lived on, a golden light that would never dim. Love, after all, is forever.